Okay, how are you guys? Good evening. It's good to have you guys here. Very, very good to have you guys. I'm excited because we were here this morning and then we're here again, and that makes me very, very happy. It's the possibilities of what we could do that excites me as such. Okay, so let us do this. Let us do this. Let us do this. So we are talking about the speed of the money maker. The speed of the money maker. The speed of the money maker. So allow me to drink water. The speed of the money maker. Okay. Which is like saying money and speed. Money and speed. Okay, so I want to quickly establish some thoughts. I want to establish some thoughts. I want us to find common grounds. When you talk or when you teach on a particular subject, you're supposed to take people from known to unknown. You can't just drop people in an unknown place. You have to gradually take them from what they know to what you want them to know. So it's always something about the journey from what you already know versus what you should know. Okay, so very clearly, tonight we want to talk about money. We want to talk about money and speed. And what I need you to take away from this video is not just is not pressure. What I want to take away from this video is not pressure. What I want you to take away from this video is the sense of importance. The sense of what is important as per the sense of what is what you could qualify as either the best use of time or the best use of yourself. So wisdom is being able to determine between what you do, between the best use of your time versus the best use of your body, the best use of yourself. Okay? All right. So it is that wisdom, it is that sense of importance, sense of what is important, it is that wisdom that I need you to take away from this video. It is that wisdom that I need you to take away from this video. Now, this is very, very clear, okay? And it gets clear with time. Naturally, people prefer to do things that save them time, especially if they can afford it. Why? Why do you think, I was talking in the morning, why do you think a person drives to Lagos, or why do you think a person flies to Lagos from Abuja and not walk? Why? Why do you think people don't just get on the road? Do you think it's civilization? Do you think that it's because you will get tired? Because ordinarily, apart from the issue of safety, how you don't want to walk long distance in areas where you don't know where, maybe your life, the safety of your life or the guarantee or security of your life is not guaranteed. So apart from maybe safety issues, the other reason, people assume that the reason why people don't trek from Abuja to Lagos, somebody did it when Buhari won anyway, so exactly, so it's doable and he didn't die. So people think that it's because of getting tired. I told you in the morning that it is possible for a person to walk from Abuja to Lagos and not get tired. You just will do it slowly. Stroll. And when you feel like you're getting tired, chill, drink zobo, eat pounded yam, and then just stroll again, and then you can chill, sleep a little, and then you can go. And then eventually, maybe after several months or so, you would be in Lagos. Okay? But the point is, you would have gotten to Lagos still strong and not tired. So, if it were that and you are guaranteed being safe, why would you then want to go in a car, or why would you want to take flight? Why would you want to take flight? Because speed is of essence. Because speed is of essence. Yemi, you're welcome. Because speed is of essence. So usually people will pick speed because speed is how people get work done. Speed is how you get work done over time. Speed is how you get work done over time. A work can be done, but it does not make sense if it is done over. One person can build a house. I hope you realize that. One person can build a house. But nobody will ever put one person to build a house. You have several workers working on it. Why? Why do people do that? Why don't somebody just say, look, it's my house, I'm just going to build it. Or, okay, I'm the contractor, so give me all the money. I'll build it, and then you are the one who will carry block, and the one who will place it, and the one who get. No, people don't do that. Why do people not do that? Because there is always a sense of time. A sense of time. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something. Okay, I want to tell you something which is a bit like a digression from what I want to talk about, but I want to say it. Something happened. I read that something happened that Michael Jackson had an idea of a song, and then he woke up in the middle of the night with the idea, like you know how it can happen that something is just playing in your mind, just playing in your head, very clear, very crisp. You knew all the notes. You could hear them playing in your head. You knew exactly how they were supposed to sound. And Michael Jackson woke his manager up and said, "We have to go to the studio now. We have to go and record." And manager was like, chill, we can do it tomorrow morning. And Michael Jackson, legend has it that Michael Jackson says, "No, we cannot do it tomorrow morning because by tomorrow morning, Prince would have gone to record it." Prince is the guy who was in close competition with Michael Jackson at some point. Okay? Now, Michael Jackson understood that it is not important that you can hear the song. It is important to record the song. And that's exactly the same thing that happens in the mind of a successful person. You understand that everything that comes your way, there's something that you need to do with it to time. Now, that is what I call speed. I am talking about the speed in response. I'm talking about the speed in response. You see, not doing anything should be a speedy decision. Like, so this is something happened and then you quickly decided that, yeah, I'm not going to do anything about this. But not doing something has to be a decision. It has to be a decision. It has to be a decision. So the whole idea about speed of the money maker is how fast what is got done. Okay? How fast can you get something done? How fast do you get something done? That's the whole essence of speed. It is not that you are the only one who will do everything. No, it could be that a thought came to your mind and you're able to jot it down immediately. It could be that something came to your mind and you are able to call up all the people who are going to be stakeholders in that thing. I am talking about the speed of execution. There is no successful person. When I say successful, I have already explained to you what I mean by success. I am not talking about small money here. I have always been talking about big money. I'm always talking about the highest level of success. Self-actualization. Becoming all that you possibly could become. That's the level and the mindset at which I am talking. That's what I need to start burning in your mind. The idea that you must self-actualize. The idea that you must self-actualize. The idea that you must become all that you should become. In Christianity, you call it achieving or fulfilling destiny. You know, that's the whole idea. That's the kind of money that I am talking about. I'm not talking about small money. I'm not talking about employee. You know, I'm talking about you are in a kiosk. You are answering customers very shabbishly, and if somebody sack you, you go and take another, and they pay you 20,000 per month or that kind of thing. That's the kind of money I'm talking about. No way I am talking about that kind of money. The kind of money that I'm talking about is the kind of money that you can account to yourself as good success. The kind of success that you can lie on your bed and know that, yes, as far as this world goes, as far as this earth goes, we came, we saw, we conquered. Being able to see that, that's the kind of money I'm talking about. That's the kind of money I'm talking about. So, there is nobody who will make that kind of money and not have speed of execution. Type it out. Speed of execution. The speed of execution. The speed of execution. That is the kind of speed that I am talking about. Let me tell you why it is important. Let me tell you why the speed of execution is important. People don't understand it. You see, people make a lot of excuses for planning. What are you doing? I'm planning. What are you doing? I'm planning. What are you doing? I'm thinking. What are you doing? I'm planning. Why are you planning? I want it to be very, very easy. Why are you planning? I want it to be very nice. Why are you nice? I want it to be very... Why are you... Because and people put a lot of credence on planning. Planning is good. Planning is good. Planning is what? Is very wonderful. I agree. But planning is poor. alone, it is poor. Planning alone, planning is poor. You must understand that. And this is what I mean. You see, if you check well, if you research, the highest level of knowledge is in practice, as in doing. The highest level of knowledge. So, lowest level, you read it. Next level, you had it. Another level, you saw it. Next level, they visualized it, they demonstrated it. The highest level of learning is doing. Doing is the highest level of learning. Okay, so now when you make a plan, you're making a plan based on what you already know. Okay? Now, so you are doing something that you feel that you know. However, if you do not execute, you are not going to be able to see your plan for what it really is. You know? So, how dare you make a plan and not quickly want to execute? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? There's no way anybody should do that. There's no way anybody should do that. What you should do is that you should plan and then move very fast to execution. Don't fall into that trap of perfection. That's a trap. It's an old trap. It's an old trap. Have you seen anything? Have you gone to Twitter and then you've seen that there was something wrong about the app that you could have done? Yes. Have you seen Facebook like, oh God, how can Facebook have this kind of feature and this and not have this kind of feature? So nobody should tell you or gaslight you about the need to be perfect. There's nothing that is perfect. As long as it is inside this world and is going to be used by human beings who are always evolving, nothing will ever be perfect. Because needs are trends and needs always. So what was perfect today will not be perfect tomorrow. It's just the way that it is. So do not fall into the trap of over planning and do not fall into the trap of perfection. What you need to do is to do. What you need to do is to execute at speed. Execute at speed. Execute at speed. Execute at speed. Now let me tell you something. You need to understand this. I wrote some things down. You need to understand this. When I talk like this, people start to think, oh, so is he saying that we should not rest? Is he saying that we should not rest? No, I am not saying that you should not rest. I am not saying that you should not rest. I am not saying that you should not rest. What I am asking you to do is that you must have wisdom. You must get wisdom. You must get wisdom. I have told you that wisdom at the speed of execution, wisdom when it comes to the speed of the moneymaker is deciding what is good for you, what you should do for you, what is good for you now, for your life now, and then what is good for your body. So there is always going to be a time when resting is the best decision. So nobody is saying walk and then tumble over and die. No, that's not what anybody is saying. In fact, there has to be a time when you realize that the best thing for your body is to rest, or the best thing for your body is to have a timeout so that you don't burn out. Yes, absolutely. That is the best thing for you to do at that time. Okay? So the question is not about what you do or not do. The question here is about the wisdom to know what you do and to execute it on time. That is the speed of the moneymaker. That is how I'm about to say the word compounding, and I have not thought about compounding. So I'm going to have to move that issue of compounding. I think I have to move it a bit closer. Maybe I should just talk about it tomorrow. I don't know, but you know, okay. So I think there was something else stated for tomorrow. Okay, but this is the deal. This is the deal. The speed of the moneymaker is in execution, because if doing is the highest level of knowing, it means that the more that you do, the more that you know. The more that you know, the better you plan. The better you plan, the easier and the better you will do. And then the better you do, and then the much more than you know. And then the much more that you know, and then the better that you will plan. Imagine that you are still stuck at the first step. You are planning. And then you are planning, and then you are considering, and then you are thinking about how you are going to execute, and then you are thinking about you are going to execute, and then you are thinking about execution, and then you are thinking about execution. Execution is not something that you think about. Execution is not something that you think. Mr. Latini, you're welcome. Mr. Olatunde, you're welcome. Alice Villa, you're welcome. So nice to have you. This is the first time we're seeing you on this show, the 49 Days Life Challenge. This is where we teach about deep money secrets. The whole idea is that once you go through this 49 Days Life Challenge, your life should not remain the same again. This should put you ahead conveniently by 5 years. That is the whole idea of this. And we are all here. I'm very grateful for the privilege to be doing this together, you know. All right, so the speed of the moneymaker is in the doing, is in the execution. The speed of the moneymaker is in the speed of execution. Remember that I told you the whole idea of speed is by covering grounds. Anybody can do anything, okay? But if you can do anything, there's a difference between somebody who does one thing and then somebody who does 10 things. It does not matter that they are both able to do. Why would somebody do one thing and somebody will do 10 things? The first reason any two people who have the same capabilities and then one will do one and then one will do 10 is because the person who does one took a lot of time doing one and then is unable to do others. The person who does 10 was able to plan, execute, review, plan, execute, review, plan, execute, review, and then at the end of the day, that person has done a lot of stuffs. There is no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. Now, you see, you know these things now. It sounds as if I'm just talking about work. No, I'm not talking about work. I'm also talking about executing business ideas. I'm also talking about serving people. I'm also talking about putting yourself out there. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry about the glitch. So it is very, 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 very important that you understand the essence of speed. It is very important that you understand the essence of speed, because you see, at the end of the day, everybody can make the kind of money that Dangote is making. Anybody can. Felix Nasty, you're welcome. Everybody can. But not everybody will make that kind of money. Not everybody. It's possible for everybody to grow that kind of capacity, but not everybody will grow that capacity. Let's forget about opportunities. You know, opportunities differ and things like that, okay? But the whole idea is that we all here, let me tell you, everybody that can read and write have the same level of capacity. Anybody that can read and write have the same level of capacity. The difference between what one person achieves and what the other person achieves. Samavad, I see you. You're welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you on the show tonight. Okay. The difference between Jimmy Josh, you're welcome. Good to have you. So the difference between two people is in execution. Because you see, people think that that planning is good. Yeah, planning is good. People think that it's better for you to be connected. Yeah, it's good to be connected. But I am saying that on the same level playground, okay? Anybody who has access to internet, for example, in these days, should also have access to everything. So what differentiates between what the person achieves and what the other person achieves is in execution. And that is where the speed comes to play. That is the speed of the money maker. Execution. That is it. Something must always come to your mind. Miriam, you're welcome. Good to have you. Something must always come to your mind. Do I have enough to execute? If the answer is yes, it is better for you to execute. Okay? And let me tell you, there isn't going to be a time that you do not have enough to execute. Sometimes your execution may start from proper research. You know, you get what I'm trying to say. So nobody is saying, we are not talking about what kind of execution that you do, but we are saying that your ideas, your plans must get out of paper. Your ideas and plans, they must grow out of paper. They must be able to. You remember those some of us used to watch anime, and you know, it's a Japanese drawing cartoon, and it could be really interesting. And there was this particular one in Naruto. Naruto is about ninjas, young ninjas, most of them children, some of them teenagers, who would eventually amass a lot of powers and be able to fight, defend their villages, stand up, grow to be senseis, which are like teachers, become really, really wonderful stuff. And usually what usually happens is that everybody will have different kind of jutsu, which basically means that this person may be good with sword, and this person is good with whatever. Some people can play mind tricks and things like that. Okay, so there was this particular guy who could just, draw something, and then when anything he draws comes to life. Okay, that's the idea. That's the idea. When you write something down, is a wonderful thing. But the idea of writing something down is to give that thing life. How do you give a thing life? You give a thing life by executing. By executing. That is how you give anything life. And let me tell you, it is the things that you give life that will give you money. Do you understand? Write it out. The things that I give life are the things that will give me money. Write it out. The things that I give life are the things that will give me money. There is no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. If you write it down, it already has a soul. But if you don't act it out and execute it, it will not come to life. It will not come to life. Okay? So, timeliness for what is important. Being on time. Being on time is what is important. When I say being on time, I'm saying executing what you're supposed to execute when you're supposed to execute them. Okay? Now, nobody is going to die here, so nobody's going to die. Nobody's going to die, which brings me to one of my other points, but nobody is going to die. But there has to be something at the back of your mind called the sense of urgency. The sense of urgency. The sense that whatever you need to do now, you should do it now. Because if you do not do it now, it will not be available for you to do tomorrow. It will not be available for you to do tomorrow. If I do not do this 49 days life challenge, I may not be able to do it again. If there is a book that you need to write that book now. If there's a book for you to write, you need to write that book now. You do not have to wait, because if you wait, for example, it may become irrelevant. It may become not necessary. It may become, many things could happen. The whole idea is that if you have an idea, ideas are always fit for time. Ideas are always fit for time. Now, I want to make a balance. You see, balance is very important. At the beginning, I told you that what I want you to take out of this place, what I want to take out from this life is not the sense of pressure. No, it's not a sense of pressure. It's not like, okay, so you have to be running around. So you have to run around. No. That's not what I want you to take from this life. What I will need you to take from this life is the wisdom to know what is important and to do what is important on time. Okay? Now, it does not mean that I am asking you not to enjoy your life. I am not asking you not to enjoy your life. I am not asking you. In fact, I am asking you to enjoy your life. There is always a fulfillment that comes from execution. Most people are depressed because they have a lot to give and they are not giving it. It's like a stagnant water that begins to breed all sorts of things and begins to smell. So, execution is how you flow. Execution is how you allow your energy flow. Execution is how you share your life. So, one of the ways that you will enjoy your life is to do the things that you should do. But as a matter of instruction, if I could ever give you an instruction, the instruction I will give you today is to enjoy your life. And I want to wrap up now. But to wrap up, I want to show you something. So, there is something called the speed of light. There is something called the speed of light. This is really interesting, and I'm enjoying it. There's something called the speed of light. Light, light like these rays of light. Good. It is said that light travels at about 3,000 meters per second, right? 3,000 meters per second. If I'm correct, I think I'm correct. Okay, good. Now, what it means, what it means is that if you have light here, if you put on light here, and the light was strong enough, in a matter of 10% of a second, in a matter of 0.1 second, it means that light, that beam of light that you put on here would have covered a distance of about 300 meters. Okay? Just now, 300 meters. Now, the way your mind captures it, please pay attention. I want to show you something here. Where I'm going to is that I'm trying to explain to you, I want to show you that you need to operate at the speed of light. When people say operate at the speed of light, people think that what they are asking them to do is to run and just run and live where you are. No. I am trying to show you that if you put on light here, in 1 second, light will shine here and then also shine around 3,000 meters away. Now, if you stand anywhere within that 3,000 meters, what you are going to feel, what you are going to see is that it's going to be as if the light is with you. So, when they say operate at the speed of light, they are saying be in the present, also be in the future. Do I come again? Let me come again. When I say operate in the speed of light, I am saying be in the present, also be in the future. Timely execution is how you stay in the present and also be in the future. Timely execution is how you make sure that your future is guaranteed. Being in the present means you know that you have something to do that is good for your future. You also know that you have to enjoy your life now. Which brings me to the concept of happiness. That is how some people, can look younger and some people can look old. That's why some people will look like they are stressed and some people will look like they are not stressed. The same people, the same life, the same things that they are exposed to. In fact, sometimes probably the same resources. So, what do you think is happening here? What is happening here is that a lot of people do not understand that as long as you operate in the speed of light, which means that you are relevant both for the present and also relevant for the future, you will be fine. You will be fine. Be in the present. Be around. Some people can't enjoy life because they are worried about tomorrow. Some people are spending today with no recourse for tomorrow. You don't want to be any of those people. You want to be the kind of person who operates at the speed of light. Speed of light means that, okay, I have an information, I act on the information. I know that I should do this, I do it. I know I should rest, I'm resting. I know I should be kind to people, I'm kind to people. As I am right now, I understand that as I'm talking to somebody like right now, I'm building trust and capacity. I'm building trust, I'm building integrity, and I'm building, what's the other thing I talk about in the morning, But the point is, so as I'm doing this thing that I'm doing now, I realize that I am building something for my future. So it means that because I know what I'm doing, I'm able to be happy presently. So the thought of a better future already gives me joy because I am doing something now that helps me in future. Not to even talk about the good feelings that come with that. Not even talk about the feeling of gratitude that the next person to you, who you are dealing with, expresses. No, I'm not even talking about the money that you even receive in the present. Okay, so that paradox, this thing that I just showed you, is what is the kind of speed that a money maker must have. You must have that kind of speed, and it is the speed of execution. It is the speed that allows you to operate the speed of light, to be in the present and to be in the future. People who live the present and go to the future, they are irrelevant. They get lost. People who stay in the present and forget our future will soon be forgotten. You don't want to be any of those two. You want to be people who will be in the present and also be in the future. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Thank you very much. It's so nice to have you guys. You guys have been consistent. I'm telling you, my mind is like, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time. So tomorrow morning we'll be here. Tomorrow morning we will be here. Tomorrow morning we'll be here. Tomorrow morning we'll be here. So please remember to always share this with your friends. Let other people that you know join. Put it on your status. I'm going to be sharing ahead the things that we're going to talking about previously, so that you can, share it ahead, so that people can know what we are discussing and at least be curious enough to want to come and partake here. So thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. I love you guys. I am totally invested in the success of you, and I'm rooting for you. I believe in you like die. Like anyway, I say if they go like this, I they follow you. I'm telling you, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.